It was hard to watch both games. With Man United 2, what I was hoping for, I saw you guys concede first because you kicked off slightly before us. And I thought to myself, oh, if we can win easily, I can focus on the Arsenal game a bit more. Didn't go like that. I want to ask a question about Arsenal's game to begin with. Who was at fault for Fulham's first goal? Because when Man United played a pre-season friendly and Delo gave the ball away, it might have been AWB, one of them gave the ball away on the halfway line and Onana got chipped. We were told, especially by you, White Yardie, if you're watching, I know you watch the Terrace, we were told that that means that it's the goalkeeper's fault. So Saka played the poor back pass, but the goalie was therefore off his line. So who is to blame? I'm just looking for clarity here in case it ever happens to Man United again. I'll be honest with you, I'm looking for clarity. So let me know. But it was poor. It was a poor start to the game. Very early goal conceded. And Fulham really dug in. And Arsenal looked a little bit indecisive on the ball. They weren't clinical again going forward. And there was a dynamite missing. And that goal kind of took it out of Arsenal. We saw that against Bournemouth last year until late on. We saw it against Southampton last season, where those early goals kind of kill them. Good changes made. I thought Fabio Vieira came on and really gave Arsenal some impetus and some oomph, and someone who was just willing to take risks. I like him. He's a risk taker. It reminds me, he's not as good as him, but he reminds me of Bruno Fernandes. He doesn't care about how it looks. Just wants to put balls into dangerous areas, which is key. And Arsenal turned it around. Stonewall penalty, first of all, for taking Fabio Vieira down. I saw a few people debating it. I can't imagine how. Probably the most obvious penalty you'll see this season for anybody. Then a brilliant ball from him into Nketiah, puts it away. It's 2-1. And you're thinking to yourself, that's it. That's it. Arsenal win. They see this game out. And then Fulham, just from nowhere, really. Some poor marking from a corner. Paulinho, who had a very good game. The star man at Fulham, manages to get his right boot on that ball, puts it into the bottom corner, and Arsenal drop big points early on in this season. I know they were losing to begin with, but from that winning position at the Emirates, Arsenal fans will be angry. Arsenal fans will be fuming, absolutely fuming. It was cowboy defending in the end, especially after taking the lead. The way Arsenal defended in that last 30 minutes against Crystal Palace on Monday night was a clinic in how you defend balls, crosses, through balls into your box. What we saw this afternoon from Arsenal to concede that second goal was comical. Absolutely comical. Now, I'm not too sure. I don't want to say this and get this wrong. As I said, I was watching two games at once. That was also, I want to just check something. Yes, they were down to 10 men at that point as well. So Arsenal had the extra man. I thought that was what I remember seeing. So Arsenal had the extra man. There's no reason to not pick up every single player in that box. Even if the goalkeeper comes up, you've got an extra player. So Arsenal really should not have been conceding that goal. And then after that point, there was a good 10, 15 minutes left. There were some opportunities, but Arsenal just huffed and puffed, and they could not blow that door down. And I know Gooners will be disappointed with that. To have 71% of the ball at home, to have 19 shots in that game, and to not walk away as the victors will be highly, highly disappointing to Arsenal Football Club. There's no doubt. Now, did it damage their opportunity and chance of winning the Premier League? No. They're currently sitting second in the league, but it will disappoint them. It really, really will. You know, Man United, again, jump up to fifth in the league. I know we don't take the league table too seriously until about 10 games in. You want to be up near the top, though. You don't want to be there in the middle. You don't want to be down near the bottom. None of us do. I want to get your thoughts and feelings. Panel coming out soon. Let's go to your super chats on these epic, and they were epic games today. And I was sitting there thinking, if Arsenal win this 3-2, would there ever have been a day where two of the biggest teams in the country, conceding the opening minute, go on to win 3-2, with both their opponents going down to 10 men and getting a penalty each? That was almost, some of you might not care, but that was weird to me. I Cut My Hair says, big up Terry. Love seeing Arsenal like this. Ha, ha, ha. Lonely at the top, some of them said. Shaky game from United, but Eric Ten Hag will turn it around. Lee Gunner was right. Shai Havertz is embarrassing. Glory, glory, Man United. Arsenal's second goal is shameless refereeing, cheating for Arsenal. I don't think it was. I thought it was a coming together of the two players. There was nothing really in that. I remember when I remember that happening last season. I can't remember which game it was. I just didn't think it was a foul at all, in my personal opinion. But there we go. Arsenal scare me even more. Oh, Nabil, how are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Yet again, lack of sustainability. We are wasting yet another season with Havertz and Arteta, is what Per Hansen's got to say. 3 things are certain in life: 1 death, 2 taxes, 3 rivals crying and complaining after United win a game. Glory, glory, Man United. Listen, they went down to 10 men, 100% red card. We got a penalty, 100% a penalty. There's nothing to cry about. David here says, Arteta out. Arteta out. Really, after 1 draw at home, David, you got to explain that to me, my bro. Never winning the league, conceding stupid goals at home. Deja vu to last season's problems is what Anthony says here. You could put that at both teams, to be fair, today. My big fat round birds play better than Arsenal. I hope your big fat round birds are okay, mate. They're parrots for anybody asking. AWB was sensational. Huge 3 points. I'll take it. Huge 3 points. Listen, most of the team was sensational after those 2 goals. But you can't ignore that opening 3 minutes. That's the problem. It cannot be completely ignored from this team. But we were brilliant after that. However, we know the flaws in this Man United team. We need more power. We need more height. We need more pace. Between now and the end of the window, 4 or 5 days, has to be added. Terry, you were lucky, and I did not want to banter you. Now, look, again, I wouldn't say Man United were lucky. I think we deserve to win the game. On the balance of play, we deserve to win. We probably should have scored 2 or 3 more goals as well. Rasmus Højlund in the team, that will happen. What title race, Arsenal? Laughing my ass off is what Sully says here. Arsenal fans still going to gaslight Chelsea fans after that Havertz disaster class. They still think they took our best player, is what C says here. Trying to be patient with Havertz, but man, I don't know how much I can take. I get that it's only the 3rd game, but he's had so many chances to score, is what Abs has got to say here. Colton says, Arsenal too laid back with their lead. Eddie and Fabinho were great. Zinni vital. Arsenal look more comfortable with the back 4. Timber is missed, is what Colton says. Saka 100% at fault. I agree with you. Saka's at fault. I only asked that question about the goalkeeper because, strangely, Man United giving the ball away and our goalie being off his line as a sweeper keeper. And I'm not even talking about fans and their shameless banter. I'm talking the mainstream media run with that narrative. But you won't see it happen today. Very interesting. That's why Gary Neville's right when he says being the Man United goalkeeper is the most scrutinized football player in English football. It's true. Both of them, but 70-30 to holograms down. I don't think so. He's in the right position. He was in the right position for how you play football. It's not his fault. Thank you, Arjan, for renewing your membership, brother. It means a great deal to me. Was told Rice would be different. The difference maker is what Arjan Gill says here. Listen, I don't think he was great today, but I'm going to give Rice the same energy as I'm giving Mount, as I'm giving Havertz, as I'm going to give Caicedo and Lavia at Chelsea. They've got to be given time to settle, surely. Surely they have to be given time to settle in their team. But viewers, let me know what you think about that. The ref in the Arsenal game was poor. Kai shouldn't start. On Kai not starting, I said this about Mount and Kai Havertz. I think their confidence was so smashed to pieces because of that Chelsea season. I don't think either should have started for Man United or Arsenal. Now, what's annoying with Man United win today is we conceded those 2 really sloppy early goals. They weren't really our midfield's fault, though. Our midfield wasn't run through today. I think if Man United didn't start those opening 2 games with Mount, the performances would have been better. They didn't say Mount can't improve, but them 2 they look shot to bits in the head. Trossard was not good in this game at all. People will focus on Havertz because it's easy. Arteta should have just started with 9 rather than a false 9. Yeah, it didn't look good today at all. It didn't work, and fans have been calling for it. And, Nketiah came on and made a real difference. We need Lee and Northside on ASAP. Obviously, me and Lee Gunner will be live Tuesday for our show. Make sure you're tuning in. Tony Bloom says both were faults. Ramsdale should be dropped, though. Maybe this is it. Maybe now Raya gets his chance.